Alright, folks, and welcome back to the channel. It's time for post-match reaction. I mean, a very late post-match reaction to last night's game when it finished Celtic 5, Aberdeen 1. I'm joined by Alistair. Alistair, I think it was safe to say a bit of a strange game last night.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird because everybody round about us was going, how do we feel up? That was the consensus opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad we were, but it was just weird.
Aye, as for team selection, Schlupp came in, Adam Ida dropped out the squad as well, and Daizen Maida was obviously through the middle. Obviously, Greg Taylor was in the squad altogether. Typical Celtic fashion. Everybody's like, oh, he's had a fall with the manager. It turns out he was going to be a dash. So, um, um, I just say that after the first 10-15 minutes had a weird thing. I thought Aberdeen were the better side at times. Um, I thought they came forward. They attacked us, to be fair to them. And I think our
How
passing
wide
was just,
open with it, Josh? How wide open with it?
well, going in that, but the passing was just, from us, we're just really slack at times. It was kind of frustrating me because it looked like it could have been a repeat of the weekend, where the passing was just really, really, really poor. And the first, what got me was the first time somebody ran at them, we got a bit of joy. It was Jota like cut inside, had
Yeah,
the
I
shot.
saw.
Um, and I just thought, but then I also thought as well, we weren't really on the especially in this first 20 minutes, just weren't making use of the right hand side at all. And it was like, I don't know, I remember, and Rogers said this in his post match, and I completely agree with it. It was the pressure was nowhere near that. The fluidity was nowhere near, and obviously we won, so it's the main thing. But that first half for me was just a bit slack, to be honest.
It was a bit meh.
I but we did get the lead anyway. It was Dyson Maeda. It was a pass, kind of I think from Engels out the flex, and it just kind of goes into Maeda's path. It's a real good finish, to be fair.
Really good
Um,
finish because he has to get his knee up and get it to keep it down, and a really good finish.
aye.
You never.
Then I know. Then the second goal, it was probably that's what frustrated me as well. Because then the second goal has got a really good shade of quality about it. Kuhn plays a brilliant pass to get out our own half. Plays it to Jota. Jota's running. Plays it, then you're looking Jota. Engels free. Plays it into Engels. I think Engels kind of waits for a minute and then just kind of passes it to Jota, and then obviously Jota scuffs it into the net. But then you're like, that's how this Celtic team can play. So you're thinking, right, we're 2 up. And as you said, Alistair, we could have been at 2 each at that point because Aberdeen had a fair few chances as well. I can remember the chance where we had our own corner, funny enough.
Yeah, it was playing it short, which is we need to discuss that, Josh. It's getting on my nerves. I hate short corners.
Um, no, but the shot corner was taken. Hatate was just bullied off the ball, to be honest.
Yeah,
And then I think the cross in and the striker just couldn't get a foot onto it. Then you had the other chance for farting about at the back.
yeah.
And we nearly put it in our own net. Well, no our own net, but we literally, I don't know how Kevin Nisbet's missed. I genuinely
And
don't.
that, if you watch it again, Josh, and I don't know if you have, he actually misses it by a mile.
Aye, misses a mile, aye.
It's not
Um,
even
So as you say that, and I said at the start, Aberdeen did come at us, but then you see the difference in the second goal when this is what happens when a team, especially in the Scottish Premiership, comes at us. They've no got the you know if you're going to be wide open to the counter attack, and it's just can Celtic swiftly move it, and we did with that second goal. To be fair to us, swiftly moved the ball, and it was obviously 2-0. At that point, I'm like, right, we're 2 up,
nothing
and
stupid before half time.
aye, nothing stupid. Then we're going to get a third.
Uh,
Um, It's good play again from Dyson Maida. Actually, I watched it back yesterday. It was good play from Maida. Nice, we flick on and McGregor puts it in. Just past
Nice
the
finish,
goalkeeper.
actually. I thought he scuffed it in the game, but no, it was actually a clean finish.
Aye. Second half, Alistair. I mean, you're just looking for a bit. But I'm not. I don't want to sound like a beaten faced bastards because we were 3 up, and that's the main thing about winning the game. But you're just maybe looking in the second half, and this is probably the way it turned out. This was the way Brendan Rodgers was thinking at half time. He would have wanted to see a bit more
Control
crispness.
it.
Aye, a bit more crispness in the passing, and we did get that. To be fair, in the second half, I thought as the game went on, we had a bit more crispness in the passing. We did have the odd, defensive lapse, whatever, but we did get the fourth goal. Scored the fourth again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to discuss this because it's really good play. Obviously, Yang come on in
It
the
was a
second
good
half.
move. What's the goal then?
No,
He is a
I think you're doing Yang a massive disservice there. I think that's a good finish. You can blame Peter, and that's just my opinion. We can discuss it, but I said at the time last night at the game. I think you're doing Yang a bit of a
I'm
disservice there.
not gonna pop up just but I would expect a competent goalkeeper to save that. I'm
Um,
not I've give Jan credit, but I still expect a decent keeper to save that. To be fair,
um,
if we lost a goal like that, I'd be pointing
well, I
fingers
think
at Michael, but we'll get to that
we
later
kind
in
of
the
did, to
game.
be fair, but I just said we'll get to that. I'm not going to. I've been pretty, and I think it's important that everybody is really patient with Yang. I don't think we can just jump to conclusions now and go, "Oh, he's brilliant." There's still time, just give him. But Alistair, it is pleasing we're seeing the signs from Yang because and this is the one thing I'll give him is fair fucks to him because he would have known that maybe wasn't the fans' cup of tea or Brendan Rodgers wasn't the player and we could have chucked it. There was other players, Lewis Palmer, he chucked it, but Yang, all fairness to him, stuck
To
in.
be fair, his attitude's never been interesting. I'll give him that. I will give him that. But the way a friend of yours said to me, Alan gave me a shout out. He said, he said, um, he said, good, kind of what you said, good to see what Yang getting a wee break here and there, and I agree with that. But I also said to him, and I'll say the same with you, don't know if you agree with that, Yang's like a box of chocolates, you don't know what you're getting.
And the way I look at it, right, he's 21, 22. You know,
I, I 22, 23.
there's still so much growth there. I would understand if Yang's 26, 27. I would go, right, maybe no, right. I'm not saying that Yang should be starting every game week in, week out now, but to be fair to me, he's shown in these last few games that he's starting to maybe get a bit of that consistency because that's always been, the thing with Yang. I don't doubt there's ability there. Never doubted that there's ability in Yang. I don't think any of us do. But it's just about can he add that end product? And see, to be honest with you, all fairness to him, it seems to these last few games,
Seems to
obviously,
be starting to.
um,
Seems to be starting.
Bayern Munich, we don't get the goal. I don't think if Yang is not on the pitch personally,
It's
and he was good.
Yang puts the guy up, swinging at it, and Maida taps it in.
You look at you get a goal against Rafe Rovers, and
Dundee.
Dundee as well. I just think his overall play has been really really positive, and I look even his role in the fifth goal, the Maida goal. It's a really good one touch plays it into Johnston and Johnston puts it across. So I what I'm saying is I'm not giving up on them now. I think there's still a chance in there. We've seen it before with Brendan Rodgers. Players maybe out of favour.
Yeah.
Especially in that first spell, like that Invincible team. you look at that Invincible team, we did not sign a lot of players.
No, especially in that first summer.
He made Cal McGregor a better player. He made, even players like Boyata. Aye, even players like Boyata, he made them a better player.
Yeah.
So,
even.
If there's one manager who I expect to get the best out of Young, it is Brendan Rodgers, because he's, his record with young players. It's clear to see that he can, and I think he has improved.
It's one year. I'll sum up like this. It's one you keep an eye on, and you hope for more and more consistency as it goes on.
Aye, no, I know. And it might not be good enough in the end. I don't know, but I think Aston were near enough there in terms of league title. Let's be brutally.
Yeah, well, I never thought you would say that. To be honest,
we're near enough there in the league title. So, maybe Yang's got a few months to say, you know what, give me a chance.
Yeah.
Because if you look at when Yang, right, see, last time he got when he did get a good chance in the 11, right, was at that game at Tannadice. Now, let's be honest, we had half the team out that day. He was poor. He had half the team that day. He also had Lewis Palmer stinking out on the left-hand side. So, Yang, I think, is a punt worth taking. We've not paid a lot of money for him either.
You probably get your money back if he keeps going the way it is.
And maybe next season he goes out on loan. I don't know, or maybe he will stay as a squad player to bring off the bench. I wouldn't mind that if he continues how he's growing. He's going to have dips, just like Nicholas Jones, maybe having dips or whatever. Every player does it, so I don't know. I'm not going to.
Yeah, wingers are very funny.
Aye.
They're either great. You'll very, very seldom get a consistent winger.
Aye.
I mean, really, wingers aren't consistent. That's why they're wingers, because they're expected to go on the ball all the time and beat their man every time. No got to happen.
Aye. No, I know, and I really, I'm not going to go to two lines to the extreme. I'm not going to say we need you believe in, or that you need, or he's fucking Neymar, but I'm just as you said, Arthur. It's just something.
A wee bit what TC there.
No, I know that, but that's it. Some people that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to go to that extreme, and I don't think we can really. But you got to give the guy credit. You can't slaughter a guy that made us well, still moan about him. So you need to give the guy credit.
Well, I think us as a podcast, we do give players credit, even players we don't really. I wouldn't say don't like, but I would say players we're sceptical of.
Aye, no, I know. Some other players I thought stood out. Jota was brilliant. I thought he was really direct. Slot was decent. McGregor's just McGregor really at times. Engels, I thought again was my eyes the best player on the park.
Class apart, aye.
I'm running out of words to actually sit here and go at that. There was a point, right, where I don't know if you remember it, there was a point when Arnie Engels, he won the ball back twice in the space of about 20 seconds. And I'm like,
yeah,
I thought he was really good, genuinely. And I thought in that first half there was points when he was getting a bit frustrated. And I was as well, because it was, we could find, he was in so much space, it was unbelievable. You're like, just find him.
So everybody's in that right hand side wasn't a lot of space, and that's why people were getting frustrated, because they kept on the left. And I get you got shot in the ball, but you need to mix it up, because teams are going to clock on to that, Josh. So you need to switch
No, I thought Engels was really good. Johnston was good. Obviously, his 100th appearance as well. I thought he was good. Carter Vickers was just Carter Vickers, to be honest. And that's no disservice to him. We just expect him to be pretty solid. Trusty's a weird one for me now. I like
Well,
Trusty, I really do.
my feelings and trust out. I've got a kind of soft spot for him. I think he gets, it's kind of the Starfelt treatment. I think if he makes a mistake, people, the moaning and groaning starts a bit, and I don't think that is fair.
Aye. I see on Trusty, I think sometimes we noticed it like when the striker Papa Gay came on. I think he was just when he gets ruffled a wee bit. I think maybe sometimes it looks like a gust of wind could blow him over. But I'm not, and that's not me being hypercritical, and that's what I'm going to say. I think we might see the best of Trusty next year. When it's hard. Sometimes you need just to get used to the league. It's a physical league. And you've seen that performances in Europe where he's really good, and it was all right last night. It was just some like, oh, for fuck's sake moments, as I call
Yeah, aye.
them.
Especially one, but I don't think we can blame Austin Trusty for that, the kick out. I
I know
think
that was Schmeichel.
Michael.
No, but it's not criticism of Trusty at all. I just sometimes I think you're looking at it and going like that. See,
Sometimes you get a centre half like that, but what I would say about Austin Trusty, take a peel back. Remember when we signed him for Sheffield United? Everybody was saying, what we signing a player for Sheffield United for? That was the common, nobody us, but that was the majority, I would say, thought that. And see, to be honest, he's been well worth the money.
No, it's not. He's been. I think he's started his Celtic career been solid. There's just, there's been bits in there. Look, for instance, when Dundee, when he get ruffled against, was really bad against Dundee at Dens.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's just wee bits. Maybe he's going to have to iron out, and I'm not going. That's perfectly fine for me, to be honest. If he can iron them out, Slop, I thought was
Yeah,
okay.
well, you know what I think is up, and my cards on the table, Josh. I hope we sign him.
There is one player I want to discuss, and I don't want to sit here be negative,
You look at me, Josh.
but Hatati
Josh,
wasn't great last night. If I'm being honest with you, maybe I'm watching a different game every day, but for me, I just thought every time the ball came into him, it was getting lost a lot at the time, and I just didn't. It wasn't great. If I'm being honest with you.
yeah, he's kind of. Well, I'm Hatati's original fanboy, so I'm not gonna lie. But did he have his best game? No. I'd be lying to say it was a good last night. But see, to be honest, see with Hatati, and I mean that's just, you're gonna get that with Hatati. That's the type of player he
But
is.
the only thing I know, I get that, but it's becoming a bit
Too
regular at times now. It's coming too frequent now. I could, go with maybe in 5 performances, right? You would get 4 good ones and 1 pretty bad one. But it's now more like 3 and 2. I'm like for 3 and 2, and I like Katai. I think he's a great player when he's on it, and that's the key word. When he's on it, when he's off it, because I think he tries to, be a bit more adventurous on the ball. It looks a lot more, he can
I'm
lose the
gonna
ball a lot
sum
more.
up what this, Josh, and I want your opinion on that. Do you think if Hatati starts bad, it affects him? Because I do.
I think he's a confidence player.
I think that's probably more than anything else.
See if like the first few dribbles or the first few passes go to the player that he wants them to go to. then he'll be on it. But see if he loses it, I think it's a confidence player. And I really do like Hatate. I do. I think he's a great player. I do think the criticism of Hatate is pretty embarrassing at times, to be honest with you. But I did just think last night we weren't great tonight. And that's fine, but it just doesn't help his case when people are saying, "Oh, is he like whatever?" And when's his
Well,
last good
I'll be
game?
honest with you, Josh. Had Bernardo been fit, I think Bernardo would have started last night. I think it's because the squad depth isn't quite there with injuries. I
Aye.
think hopefully that'll be sorted in the summer. Hopefully.
I mean, Alistair, I'm running out of words to describe the next player I'm going to go through. It will be the last one. I'm genuinely, when Kyogo left the club, we were all, let's be honest, we're shiting ourselves because we didn't really striking
I
him.
will.
But you know what? Be fair to him, he is absolutely. He's just said, "No, I'm here," and he's been brilliant.
I'll sum it up like this, Josh, if I may. It's kind of like, remember when Engels come in and I'm not going to say we're no missing Kyogo because I think that'd be harsh, but really, Maeda has stepped into the breach, and I wonder if we've stumbled. I hope no, because I still think we need a striker in the summer. Absolutely, I do. But if we stumbled on a striker, without sounding like a 90s guy here, when we signed Henry Larsson, he wasn't meant to be the striker. And there's no, I'm not comparing Dice Maeda and Henry Larsson for a start. But what I would say, there's comparisons in the respect that Dice Maeda, if we stumbled on playing him through the middle, because it looks that way.
I mean, obviously, when he plays for Japan, he's always through the middle. I think he's better through the middle now. I think he's not wasted out wide, but I think he's better in the middle now. I think he went out wide when Ida come on the pitch, and I just think there's a difference when he's up front with the pressing, and just because there's a few times when Duhan, he just came out of nowhere. So I think he's been unbelievable. I mean, that's 34 goal contributions this season, which is mental.
Yeah, 25 goals and 9
assists.
Aye.
It's absolutely mental.
See, to be honest with you, Josh, it could get very, very. So hopefully we've got 13 games left in the season. It could push for 40 goals.
Right, good.
And that would be. Everybody thought Nicholas Kuhn was a certainty for Player of the Year.
Just doesn't matter.
And I'm not having a pop at Kuhn here, but if Maeda must be the worst player in the league to play against.
I would even go as far as saying Celtic will get 3 Player of the Year nominees. Nicholas Kuhn, Dyson Maeda, and I would even put Arnie Engels up there as well, if I'm being honest with you.
If I'm being honest, maybe not so much. I know he had a bit of shocker last night, but you have to look at Kasper Schmeichel as well.
Aye, Schmeichel.
Get him for nothing, and then because let's be honest, Josh, I know it's a league player of the year, but without Kasper Schmeichel, you're not getting in the playoff for the Champions League. Let's be honest.
Aye, some of the saves he pulled off. I'm trying to think of some. Was there not one against Bruges he pulled off?
Aye, 1-0 done, yeah.
Aye. So I know definitely.
I'll be surprised
I
it's
think it won't be
no
Maeda.
Celtic nominees.
And they'll try and remember that they tried justifying Gain Lon Shank with it last year, but anyway.
Yeah, well, it should have been
Anyway,
Matt right away, but anyway, I'm not
that's
getting
it.
that, to be fair.
I know I've never really understood that, but anyway, no. But I think the squad's in a brilliant place. Obviously, it's just another, it's another bit.
It, I would say, but I'm being really picky, but we can't
No,
do
you
anything
nah,
about
we can't do anything about that. James Forrest is out injured. We can't do anything about that. Paulo Bernardo's out injured. We can't do anything about that. Taylor's going to become a dad. We can't do anything about that. So, the squad obviously can't do anything about that really. But I think we've really, look at this. Like here, you've got Arne Engels, for instance. He's got really good goal contributions. Look at Nicholas Kuhn as well. He's got goal contributions as well that are really good. So.
Well, just think about it. Only the regular starters in them. Only Sloop hasn't scored. They've all scored.
So you look, Dyson Maeda. You've, as we just said, you've got Dyson Maeda and 34 goal contributions.
Yeah.
You've got Nicholas Kuhn on
Jota
30.
5 appearances, 3 goals.
You've got Nicholas Kuhn on 30 goal contributions. That's 64 goal contribution between our two wingers. You've got Arne Engels, a midfielder who's meant to be adjusting. Who's got 21 goals on contributions. That's mental. It's mental. So there's goals everywhere in this team, and it's been really good. It was a really good performance to bounce back on. Obviously the weekend's display, and it's just on at the weekend now. Just on at the weekend now, which is the main thing. And we'll see what happens. Alistair, to finish off, I'm going to ask you your man of the match. Who was it?
I would say Arne Engels.
See, he get the sponsors man of the match, and I did look at some stats on Arne Engels, and this has kind of swung it for me. You look at this, he's 2 assists, he's passing at 89%. Ground duels, I'm not a stat person, but I think they're quite.
And see the reason I would give Arne Engels the man of the match. The main reason, see when it was dodgy in the first half, it was him that says, "Give me the ball." That's what I want a big player to do. I don't care how bad we're playing. Give me the ball. And I like that. And
He's got a lot of bite about him.
And I will say this. Over the last 3-4 games, you're starting to see the personality come out.
I mean, I don't want to be chippy, but I did tell you, so anyway, I'm just saying.
No, but you're starting to
No, I know. No, he's got a bit of bite. He's got a bit of bite about him. I'll give him that.
And he seems to like the cut back.
Aye. No, I think he's been absolute quality.
That's what you get when you pay the money.
Aye. And I would give it to Arne Engels. I think, he was really good. I thought his just overall play was really good. As you said, he dragged us out when we were maybe no playing as well. I did like in the press conference that even everything they all said that first half wasn't good enough, which I liked.
Actually said they were all again at half time. You have to do it because it wasn't good enough. And that's good to hear. Because
it's mentality.
Aye.
They could easily get in at 3-0 down, 3-0 up, sorry, and go.
And say we're 3 up.
It's alright. No, but they're no satisfied, and you want this team to be hungry, and they are. They've got a mentality. It's unbelievable. But I think it's just obviously a really good performance. Clinical as well. 5 goals. I mean, you can't really argue. And then on to next week against St Mirren. But I'm going to wrap it up there for the match reaction. As I said, we'll be back later on in the week with build up to that game and Paisley on Saturday. Until then, we'll speak to you later, and hail.
Hail.